Welcome to our series featuring the audio edition of my book Iris After the Incident, narrated by Rachel Coates. A playlist with all the chapters in order is on the Romance Class YouTube channel. And head over to romanceclassbooks.com for more romance by Filipino authors. Content warnings are mentioned in Chapter 1 and are included in the description for this video.
Chapter 15. I'd been ignoring Liam's texts all this time, and the only reason I picked up when he called was I was distracted. My first day back as a people person at work was a little rough on me, and when I got home and knocked on Gio's door, there was no answer. No message was left for me at the lobby, either, and I had trekked to Tower 2 to see if he was doing his other hobby. Then Liam called, and I actually picked up. "You're alive," he said. "Of course I am. Can you not try to disappear on me? It's freaking me out." "It's not you, you know that. It feels like it is." Because he insisted on staying with the family and insisted on trying to bring me back. "Only because of the company you keep. I can't believe how stubborn you're being about this. It's been a long time." "They're doing it to me. I'm not doing anything to them." Iris, you can't make the first move on this. Mom misses you. She was asking how you are, and I'd know that if you actually replied to my texts." "If she misses me, then good." "I wish you weren't doing this." "I don't know what else to tell you. I'm not going back there. Why does it mean so much to you?" Liam was quiet, too quiet, and I had to check if the call was still connected, and it was. "I didn't think it would be you," he said. "Oh." Liam craved that kind of belonging. His own personal crisis came to a head when we were teenagers, and it took him years to feel more comfortable in the family again. That didn't mean he got to apply his own life lessons to mine. No matter how much I loved and admired him, it wasn't the same. "I can talk to you on the phone," I said, stepping back from the lobby and heading out to the garden. "Do you want to know what I've been up to lately?" "Fine. Everything okay with you?" "I got promoted." "No kidding." "Yeah. And I'm seeing someone." "No shit." "Yes, finally." "Do I know him?" Given Liam's social circle, he probably did. "He's great, is all you need to know." "He treating you right?" "Amazingly." "Will you be introducing us?" "Let's not go there yet." "Come on. I miss double dating with you." One of these days." "This weekend?" "No." "Next weekend?" "No." "You know I won't stop." My throat felt like it was seizing, but I let some words out. "Next weekend, then." "Friday?" "Saturday." "Deal." "Who are you even taking on this date?" "I'll find someone. I can't wait to see you, little flower." "Goodbye, Liam." The reception desk at the lobbies of the different NV Park towers had a CCTV station, a monitor that showed various feeds from within the building. I smiled at the Tower 2 guard and peered over the desk at the monitor. And that was how I found Gio, working on the puzzle. For a few seconds, I just watched him, the angle of the camera showing me the top of his head, looking down as he sorted through the pieces. And then I shook myself out of it, realizing that I was watching him without knowing it. Even off the grid, he couldn't completely escape being looked at. "You can't be sure of that." "Of course I can't. It's not like I can ask him or if he'd ever admit it." "What did you do?" I shuddered, thinking of my meeting with one of the donor foundations earlier. From the Figueres Family Foundation standpoint, it went extremely well. Donor reps were happy with the budget, the use of the funding, the scholar update, and pledged more money for the grant. I got to speak, answer questions, explain a disbursement schedule without embarrassing myself or my boss. Except for that one guy in the panel who looked at me that way. "Nothing," I told you, of course. "Did he talk to you?" "No. He said something, but it wasn't really at me. It's one of those things. It wouldn't show up in a transcript or even in a video, you know. I could feel it, though." I felt his eyes on me, and the glint of recognition. Knew the strange place that his memory took him, even as he kept a professional distance in that room. He didn't do anything unwelcome. Didn't even shake my hand. "That sucks." Gio scooted a little closer to me. We were sitting in a booth at a pub in MV Park, drinking our dark beers, and what he did had the effect of hiding me a little from the rest of the room. Are you going to tell your boss about it? I don't know yet. I probably won't. I mean, I was so into the promotion this morning. I couldn't take back all the pep. You can't work in an environment where you get that kind of treatment. Where won't I possibly randomly encounter someone who's seen it, Gio? He paused and laughed. A convent? A remote island. You'll fish for a living. Thanks, Gio. That's exactly the career I was looking for. I didn't particularly like having to go into isolation either. I mean, I didn't even stop the alerts to my email. Am I being paranoid? Of course not, he said. If you think the person knows, he knows. How do you experience it? Gio knocked our beer bottles together. I know that look too. I'm used to being recognized by random people because of when I was with Les, but after the pics, yeah, there's something else to the look sometimes. Like how? Look, this actually happened, so I don't think I'm making it up. I tried to date someone after. I went out with some friends, was introduced to their girlfriends, and started talking to this girl who seemed interested. She looked at me that way, and later, well, she was physical really quickly. Wow. On 2 levels. Wow, because, yeah, I could really see that happening. If it wasn't the eyes, it was going to be the smirk, the way his voice rumbled in his throat, that perky backside. And I'd understand if someone wanted to jump him on the spot. The other level was that I'd never actually talked about this with a guy I was dating. I mean, Bradley and I talked about attractive people sometimes as observers, but we both lacked any kind of experience with other people for the conversation to be interesting. This was interesting. Yeah, I met her that night and she wanted to hook up then and there. She didn't even say anything. We were talking about something else. And then she pulled me to a room and started kissing and touching me. And I told her to stop and asked her what was going on. Wow. But she actually did stop and talk to me about it. She'd been sending that kind of signal all night and thought I was reciprocating. I apologized and said I wasn't, and then we sort of shook hands, and she left. That turned out well. Did it? Did it? I can't tell. But that was when I learned that I could be walking and talking and doing normal shit, and I was sending man-whore signals. Oh, that bothers you? Yeah, it does. I don't think I can say it's the same thing you feel when people look at you, but I worry about it. Do you ever feel threatened by the stranger, what they think of you? I had a meeting with a family lawyer about what to do if someone ever used this for blackmail or extortion, but that scared the shit out of me. They said if I were responsible, I'd need to evaluate the extortion factor before I pursue another relationship. Well, that's enough to make a guy go off the grid. I know, right? Do you feel safe where you are? Yes, I said, nodding slowly. Yes, that's why I live here and work there. I feel safer. But I know that I can't hide from even the weird feelings. I need to win, you know? I can't let the perv looks defeat me. They're just looks, right? No one has actually said anything stupid, propositioned you? No? Okay then. One day at a time. You should tell your boss, though, if anyone crosses the line. Of course. I mean, I like working there. I totally believe in what we're doing. You have a brochure for me to look at? Because, yeah, I mean, I might want to find out how to get a chemistry grant going. I have one in my place, maybe. But everything's on the website, you know. So easy if you had internet. He gave me that smirk, and it was boyish and annoyingly adorable. Nah, not there yet. I thought getting stuck in an elevator without any way to contact the world got you over that. But you saved me, so I'm fine. I could tell Liam this story. I was seeing someone, and we were dating in a time warp, somewhere before the year 2000 or wherever people didn't have phones glued to their hands. I wasn't bothered by any of this, by the way. If Gio wanted to be that guy, I'd let him be that. I would let him be whoever he really was. And that led to... would you have hooked up with a girl? What? Would you have? He did not expect to be asked that. No, I think I wouldn't. Because you were coming out of a long-term relationship and considered yourself a good guy. We're taught to respect people and not sleep with them the day we meet them. Of course you wouldn't. But did you want to? Do you like watching yourself, Iris? What do you want, Gio? I cleared my throat and struggled to find the words. What I'm trying to get at is, well, you and I, we seem to like sex. Yeah. Not only with each other, I mean, in general. We seem to like it a little more than the other people who just lie down and take it, don't you think? And don't panic. I'm trying not to. All right. But do you agree? It's not about being in love and in a relationship. We like sex, and in a way that we can't really talk about with other people because it's not proper to talk about this with most people. Those blue eyes darted, but he was with me. All I'm saying is that you can talk about it with me, okay? I added. If there's anything you want us to try, you should be able to tell me. In case you were thinking you couldn't. In case you think I need to be protected from that. Our mouths met. The kiss was sweet, like a thank you from him. All right, he said. I hope that means I can talk about it with you, too. Anything you want. It's only fair. I think we should head back to your place, I said. I've talked about work enough. Tell me about yours.
That was Chapter 15 of Iris After the Incident, narrated by Rachel Coates. Text and production copyright by Mina Viesguerra. The thing with this book is that there's very limited family interaction, and also Iris is making a choice to stay away from them for her own sake. A book with a more loving family dynamic, and where coming home is a warmer experience, is Feels Like Home by Angel C. Aquino. Link in the description.